What's up, everybody? Jayson Savage here at Lightapalooza 2024. Really excited to be able to share some of the cool things that we've got going on here this week. We know that there were a lot of people that actually came here to the show. I know there's even more that didn't actually make it down to Arizona, maybe couldn't afford a plane ticket, what have you. Oliver Marketing, once again, has bought an airplane ticket for you to show you around some of the cool things we've got going on here at Lightapalooza. So come on here, let's check it out. So here we are inside Lightapalooza, and it's not your typical regional, shall we say, AV type of show, right? This is full on with the booths and the chains and motors, and some of the biggest vendors in the game are here. Speaking of which, we'll start here at Colorbeam. So in Northern California, Oliver Marketing reps Colorbeam, and it really is the premier low voltage lighting solution out there, right? You've got fixtures, you can be the low voltage hero, and they've got some great solutions here that you don't have to have maybe special electrical contracting licenses for. You don't have to have those things, but you can own the entire project. One of the biggest advantages to being in the lighting design part of this, part of the business, is being able to get into those projects earlier because the clients want to talk to you about what lighting's about. So if you haven't spoken to one of our reps about lighting, or if you're an AV integrator and lighting is something that you're working on, let's make sure you reach out to your local Oliver Marketing rep in Northern California and talk to them about Colorbeam. So let's walk and take a look at a few of the other things here in the building. As I'd mentioned, there's a ton of different vendors here, a bunch that we represent and a bunch that we don't. But it's nice to see that the industry is adapting to the demands of the consumer. And we know that AV isn't necessarily the driving force behind a lot of custom integrators these days. And low voltage lighting and luxury appointments are. So when we look across the booth here, we'll walk into our friends over here at Diode LED and Lucetta. So Diode LED is a huge manufacturer in the linear type lighting space. We represent the entire brand across both of our markets. So if you're interested in this product, I would really position Lucetta and the Diode LED product as that accessory to the lighting lines that you're already selling. These guys make specialized products for going into pools, direct exposure where they're going to be in the sunlight or in the water. They've got a solution for you because the other major manufacturers out there don't do it. And if you're like, who are these guys? I've never heard of them. I think Diode LED is somewhere in that $200 million a year category, a gigantic company. So well-established, made in the United States for the most part, based in Reno, Nevada. And if you like doing business with people that you can get in contact with, that have the technical support, have the people that can help you plan out and design the modules and the strips and the channel and the stuff exactly to your spec, these guys can do that. So custom lighting panels, flexible lights, dimmable lights, toe kicks, all of those accessory places that maybe typically integrators haven't been able to get into in the past. These are the kind of avenues that you can open up those conversations with the designers, with the home builders, and get into those projects earlier because you've got that big, broad selection of products that you can offer them. So a couple of the cool things I just wanted to highlight really quick as we look at this. The grazer technology that Diode LED offers, patented fixture, allows you to really show off the texture of walls and stonework and stuff like that. They also offer it in tunable colors, tunable white. And this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg of the things that they offer. And of course, they've gotten a complete roster of fixtures and drivers, and whether it's direct voltage, low voltage, what have you, the folks here at Elemental and Lucetta really have the best of the best available for you in their categories. So the warm and fuzzy, I know. So as we look from here and look at some of the other booths that we've got around, let's take a walk over to Black Nova. And if you'll notice, there's a bunch of people over there. For the few days that we've been here so far, this booth has been populated like this nonstop. So some of the cool things that Black Nova offers are really bespoke finishes, cool buttons. It works with all the major control systems out there, so it doesn't matter, format agnostic. And they kind of act as native devices in those spaces. So maybe we can get a closer look at what some of the Black Nova product offers. But when I'm asked, what's a primary use case for something like this, a big one is maybe you've got that central location in the house for the control system. And in the past, you would put a touch screen or you would put that major interaction point. And, to varying degrees of success or failure, maybe that works with the aesthetic, maybe it doesn't. This type of product bridges that gap to get you between, hey, I've got a centralized location that has fixed analog buttons on it, as well as a two-way display so I can see maybe what the temperature is in the room, what the volume level is set on my audio system, etc. And again, all in a very elegant, high-end finishes, real metal solutions, those kinds of things to fit into the decor and fit into those aesthetic choices that our higher-end clientele are making every day. I'd love to be able to drag you around this whole booth, but literally it's impossible because I can't fit in there. If you have questions about Black Nova, please reach out to your local Oliver marketing rep. We'll make sure you get all the information, all the details on what Black Nova offers, integrators, and also the builder. Separate yourself from the competition out there. Offer solutions and things that they don't. But moving on into another neck of the woods, and of course, it's not all about lighting here at Lightapalooza. It's also about shading. It's all about some of those other lifestyle and decor choices. So, big part of that business, of course, is shades. Screen Innovations is our partner based in Austin, Texas, right here in America. A lot of this product is made in the United States. So you can see some of the solutions that we have here on the table, from shades to curtain rods to cassettes, and of course projection screens. Right? Can't leave that part of the history out. But they've got a complete ecosystem of products available that are all native. So you don't have to go outside of the Screen Innovations box. You can utilize their software, their hardware, and have a complete end-to-end solution for shading, which accentuates the lighting and the other cool things that are going on in your home. And of course, it's not all about indoor shades, also about outdoor shades. We're recording this right now in late February of 2024. We know that the summer season, the spring season is upon us. Reach out to your local Oliver rep, get in the shade business. It's a huge money potential for you guys, and it's a great relationship builder for your clients because you're improving their spaces at home. You're making the outdoor space an indoor space. You're controlling the temperature in their home and that kind of stuff. So we want to own all of those places in the home. Screen Innovations has a complete line of products that allows you to take control over all of those things. And really, I don't know what else to talk about here in the space. There's so many things going on. There's a bunch of great people here. If you didn't get a chance to come out to Arizona to meet with us or meet with the other vendors in the space, then we took that chance and we made that opportunity happen for you. We recorded it all here, kind of doing a stream of consciousness and trying to make sure we hit all the talking points along the way. One of the coolest partners and one of the biggest players in the game, obviously, is Vantage, right? Huge lighting company, a lot of different options there. I don't know what all of them are, but the good news is I have my good friend, Mr. Chris Bruno here, going to take you through the booth, show you all the things that Vantage offers. Chris?
Appreciate you. Thank you. Well, what we're showing here this year at Lightapalooza is how we take 13 of 15 of our lighting design, or I'm sorry, you'll edit that. What we're showing here today at Lightapalooza are 13 of our 15 partners crammed into this small space, and how we can match color saturation and consistent dimming among all of them in a single space, right? So that's what our demo is displaying, and we're doing this all on the backbone of the Vantage control system. Join me here. Well, many of you might be familiar with our phase cut dimming backbone and how we have a modular system. Our modules are plug and play. This does not have to be de-energized in order for me to take out a module and maybe service it or visually inspect all the high voltage leads, which are actually done in our terminal boards, both right and left. Our modules are fused, and it's got onboard fuses and 4 line feeds, so very highly serviceable. And you won't need an electrician necessarily to service the module if you're finding any kind of irregularity with it. What our display booth is actually running on is the panel you see here, which is a large count of digital dimming. And so you'll see the LED drivers and decoders on the right-hand side of the panel. And on the left-hand side, you'll see coming from top to bottom, our shade controller, power supply, controller, DMX Dolly gateway and splitter, and then our contact input station. So what you see there is running this whole experience booth, which we'll demo for you in a moment. And then over here, what we're showcasing are some of our many keypad partners. So this booth is currently live with Meljack, and so we can change lighting scenes here from Meljack. We can change the overheads. We can operate the shades if you'd like. All through our third-party keypad alliance, which includes Black Nova, Forbes and Lomax, obviously Meljack, and Basalt, as well as some others. And then our demo, what we're showing is about a 2-minute walkthrough
Welcome to the
and a narrative
featuring Lumen Color Tune by Van.
which talks about the color tune and our Lumen approach. So again, taking those 13 different manufacturers, putting it in one space and making them work in harmony,
What can be
including our shades.
designed across a vast selection of luminaire design?
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us at the 3rd annual Lightapalooza Expo, and we'll see you next year. Thank you so much.
White light to produce
We wanted to make sure that we brought you what we're representing and really kind of brought some of the vibe and the excitement of what this category brings to the CI space. We've talked about it a lot on our shows, but AV is just one arm on the octopus of many of the options in the CI space. Lighting, shading, that comfort control, if you will, of the home otherwise really is a huge opportunity for everybody out there. So if you're not in the lighting and shading game, reach out to your Oliver marketing rep and we'll get you hooked up.